What is up everyone, it is Sacred Saiyan here, welcoming you back to another video. Today we're going to be doing the 5th part to the reboot of my old series, What If Goku Was the Legendary Super Saiyan. You guys loved the last video, and even though it took a while to edit, it was worth every second. If you end up liking today's video, then please consider subscribing. It is free and you can always unsubscribe later. Also, if you want to join my Discord server, then there is a link to that in the description of the video. You can talk to me in my community, grind for roles, hang out, and if you put your art in the art text channel and 10 people react with a star, it will get featured at the end of the video. If you want to see another part of this series, then get this video to 400 likes, and with all of that out of the way, let's get into today's episode of What If Goku Was Born a Legendary Super Saiyan. At the end of the last video, Goku decided it was time he gave into Cell's taunts. It is time he uses Ikari on top of full power Super Saiyan. Cell smirks, saying at last he will have a true challenge. However, before they begin, he doesn't want the other fighters to feel left out, so he creates a bunch of Cell Juniors to keep the other fighters occupied. Cell pays little attention to most of their reactions, but when he sees Piccolo activate Kaioken, he will remember that trick for later. Goku begins to power up. The entire galaxy is shaking. Fur begins to grow on Goku's body with a green colour. His tail begins to grow back, and his hair begins to change as well. Goku is now using Legendary Super Saiyan 4. However, he will decide to name it Primal Super Saiyan. But I will just call it Legendary Super Saiyan 4. Goku and Cell rush at each other with amazing intensity. Goku is trying to get used to this new power, but it is just so huge he can barely comprehend it. Goku theorizes that the reason he was unable to use this form against Frieza is because he didn't have Super Saiyan mastered when having Ikari stacked on top of it, but he isn't entirely certain. Goku and Cell continue to trade blows. As Goku gets more adjusted to his new power, Cell gets more and more overwhelmed. Cell is now on the defensive, as Goku begins to easily overpower him. Cell breaks away from Goku and says that he's glad Goku has stepped up to the challenge. However, it is time he uses a trick from someone else's arsenal. Cell begins to power up, shouting Kaioken times 100. Both Goku and Cell smirk as they get back into their fighting stances and they rush at each other once again. At the same time, present Gohan and future Gohan defeat the Cell Juniors they are facing and they go to help out the others. They now have the goal of achieving the form Goku is using, but they can't think about that now. They need to go help the others. Goku and Cell continue to clash fists. Goku then lands an uppercut on Cell, but then Cell lands a kick on Goku's jaw. Their power is so great that it even catches the attention of Whis on Beerus World, who begins to watch their battle on his staff. Goku and Cell are still trading blows. They are so evenly matched that seemingly the only way there can be a win is if one of their stamina gives out. They both decide there's only one way that they can end this battle once and for all. They both begin to power up their most powerful Kamehamehas. The two fire their beam attacks, the two beams clashing with amazing intensity. They are seemingly at a stalemate, so Cell shouts Kaioken times 200. Cell's beam begins to overpower Goku's. Goku is putting every last bit of energy into his Kamehameha just to attempt to keep Cell's beam at bay, but it won't last. Then, out of nowhere, the two Gohans stand behind Goku, and they fire their own Kamehamehas, combining with Goku's. Goku doesn't have to do this alone. They will beat Cell together. Raditz then leads the other Z fighters to attack Cell from the behind, and eventually Cell's stamina gives out, dropping out of Kaioken, and then the combined legendary Kamehameha overpowers Cell's beam and completely erases him from the face of the earth. Goku thanks future Gohan for his help, and shortly after, future Gohan heads back to his timeline. After arriving in the future, his timeline Cell is already waiting for him. Once Gohan exits the time machine, Cell jumps at him, trying to land a punch on his face, but Gohan catches his fist, transforming into Super Saiyan. Gohan then smacks Cell into a building, and he flies after him. Cell is shocked at Gohan's power, and he tries to rush at Gohan once again, and he throws a flurry of punches at Gohan, with Gohan dodging every single one. Gohan then lands a gut punch on Cell that blows the wind out of him, and he then lands a kick on his jaw, sending Cell flying into another building. Cell asks Gohan how he is so strong, and Gohan simply says, "He had some help." Cell fired a special beam cannon at Gohan, with Gohan smacking it away with ease. Cell begins to panic. Gohan slowly walks towards him, and Cell knows if he tries to fly away, Gohan will just catch him. Cell tries to bargain with Gohan, saying he promises he won't hurt anyone else, just please let him live. Gohan rejects this offer, saying he knows what he is like. He will just get stronger and come kill him later down the line, and he isn't going to let that happen. Gohan rushes at Cell, landing a mock kick and then transitioning into a double Sunday he learnt from Raditz. Cell is heavily injured. Cell begs for mercy, and Gohan asks him a simple question. What was the name of his first victim? Cell is confused, so Gohan rephrases the question. What was the name of the first person he killed? Cell says he doesn't know, and that was all Gohan needed to hear. That was Cell's last chance. Gohan appears in front of Cell, landing an uppercut on him, sending him into the sky. Goku then appears above Cell, and with a full power Kamehameha, he kills his timeline Cell. Back in the present timeline, Goku is trying to get Gohan to use Ikari on top of legendary Super Saiyan, but then, two strange people appear. Goku asks them who they are, and they introduce themselves as Shin and Kibito. Shin tells Goku that there was once an ancient evil called Majin Buu. He killed his fellow Supreme Kais, but he was eventually sealed away. However, he can sense that sometime soon, he will be released. Shin asks Goku if he will help defeat Majin Buu if he should return, and Goku says yes. He is up to the challenge. Shin says that is great, and then him and Kibito head back to their world, and Goku and Gohan begin to train for the arrival of Majin Buu. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did then make sure to like, comment and please do subscribe. It is quick and easy to do. With all of that out of the way, I hope to see you all in the next episode of What If Goku Was Born a Legendary Super Saiyan?